what is being said irresponsibly by loads of others. Barney Frank, also on CNN today, the co-host John Berman, said the response yesterday was so remarkable, Congressman. They stopped the marathon midpoint. They calmly moved some 5,000 people from the race course. There were moments of chaos right there, but they were able to clear the scene fairly well. What are your impressions of the response here in Boston so far?
Let's be very grateful that we had a well-funded, functioning government. It is very fashionable in America, and has been for some time, to criticize government, to belittle public employees, talk about their pensions, to talk about what people think is their excessive health care. Here we saw government in two ways perform very well. I never was, as a member of Congress, one of the cheerleaders for less government, lower taxes. No tax cut would have helped us deal with this, or will help us recover. This is very expensive.
You believe that? Do you believe what you just heard? No tax cut would have helped us deal with this or will help us recover? This is very expensive. What? A tax increase is what we need in response to the Boston Marathon attack? But besides that, forget that. Congressman, what are your impressions of the response so far? The response was amazing. Everybody in Boston forgot everything and simply did what was called for. It was great to see. It was amazing to watch. And so they go to Barney Frank and they ask him about that. And it's a great opportunity to praise everybody in Boston who was involved for keeping level heads, cool heads, getting to the injured as quickly as possible, getting to the hospital. There was a lot that went right yesterday in the aftermath. What does he first say? Let's be very grateful we had a well-funded, functioning government. This is obscene. It's very fashionable in America, has been for some time, to criticize government, to belittle public employees and their pensions and their excessive health care. This is the first thing that comes to his mind, Barney Frank, when asked for his impressions of the response in Boston. Don't ever tell me that these people don't politicize everything. From the get-go, they politicize it. This is important to me because we all, folks, as long as we've been around, we've been trying to persuade people to our side of things. And I've often thought if we could just somehow convince people that all of this on the left is not big-hearted compassion, but it is pure, raw politics. It is pure, raw ideology. And that if we could make more people understand what liberalism is, what socialism is, how it functions, what its purpose is, then all of this would be, or much of this would be much more easily understood. Let's be very grateful we had a well-funded, functioning government. You mean the doctors? You mean the first responders? You mean the average citizens on the street who did everything they could? Just mind-boggling to me here. I must take a break. We've got one more soundbite from Mr. Frank, so sit tight. We'll get to it when we get back.